Welcome back to my channel. So, this is going to be a Chisme for the week because I have a little bit of extra time. I just showered, not just showered, I showered like mm, about 3 hours ago. And then when I was in the shower, I saw my vagina soap because this is soap specifically for your vagina. And I was like, you know what? Let me talk about what I went through last month because I know a lot of girls are gonna. Oh shit, hold on. I got a text message. My bad. I know a lot of girls are gonna appreciate this video, and I would be like super fucking happy if someone ever uploaded a video talking about vaginas because we're girls and we have vaginas and we go through these types of problems, but nobody ever talks about it. So, we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So, if you want to know this week's chisme that happened like last month, then please keep on watching. So a little bit of background before we start. I guess you could say that I have like a somewhat of a sensitive vagina, meaning that I am prone to getting yeast infections, but you can kind of avoid getting a yeast infections if you properly take care of yourself. So let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of knowledge on like what a yeast infection is before I kind of like tell you guys what I went through last month. Correct me if I'm wrong. All of the information that I'm telling you guys is like information that I have read through the internet, and multiple doctors tell me about it, as well as pharmacists. So, I mean, I don't know everything about vaginas. I don't know anything. So, like, don't bash me if I get some information wrong. But, anyways, so your vagina naturally has like a natural pH balance level. So if you overwash your vagina, you're washing away that bacteria that your vagina naturally needs because you do have yeast in your vagina. I keep saying vagina, but you have yeast and bacteria. So if you overwash the bacteria, it gives room for the yeast to grow. So that's when you get a yeast infection and you get the discharge and you get the itchiness and you get the discomfort. And sometimes if your yeast infection like doesn't get treated with over the counter medication or like severe chronic yeast infection medication from the doctor, then your symptoms can worsen and it literally gets bad to where like you can't go about your day because either you're so itchy you can't even walk, or you develop a rash like outside of your vagina because it's like so much. Sometimes you can confuse yeast infection symptoms for something else because you never know whether you have a healthy vagina or not unless you go to the doctor. So, I highly recommend that if you ever feel like there's something wrong with you, go to the doctor right away because you know what, if you have it, you have it, whether it's an STD, whether you have a yeast infection, or whether you have a bacterial vaginosis, because that's separate from a yeast infection. Or you might even have vagina cancer because that's what I thought I had because the doctor kept prescribing me different stuff and I was used to taking over the counter medication like the Monistat 7, but for some reason I just thought that I had something else because my symptoms felt more stronger this time. Just good to know. Even if it's something bad, because sometimes if it's something bad, you can still get treated for it. So, like I was saying, the doctor kept prescribing me like different things and nothing was working. I still kept having the same symptoms, but I had ran out of my Monistat 7 because I usually always have it. Anytime I have like a little symptom of getting a yeast infection, like I always use the cream for the Monistat 7 and then it would usually go away. But since I ran out of it, I didn't have anything to put on, so the yeast infection kept getting worse and worse. And you know the funny thing is, like when I went into the doctor, they took oh shit, sorry, I got another text message. They took a urine sample, so they said that I had a UTI or something like that. But I think the UTI was confused for like a yeast infection. I don't know. The point is, they prescribed me antibiotics, and then I felt like I was getting worse and I wasn't getting better. And I looked online and it said antibiotics cause yeast infections. So I originally had, did I fucking just, I didn't smell my armpit, but I was itchy. Like, I went like this, and then, like, my nose was itchy, so I don't think I was smelling my armpit. Like, antibiotics cause you to get yeast infections, so I'm literally taking more medication to make my yeast infection worse. So it just kept getting worse and worse. And I told my boyfriend, I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I'm just, my last hope is to get the Monistat 7 because nothing was working. So I went to the doctor. I went to Rite Aid. No, I'm sorry. I went to CVS and I bought this Monistat 7. So I bought this one and I was like, oh fuck, like I hope it works and all this stuff. So this Monistat 7 was like 20 bucks and this one just comes with the cream that you insert. So it comes with like the little things and then it comes with this. So I think it's good for like 7 days. But this one has 100 milligrams per application, and this is one that's kind of like if you have a minor yeast infection, you can go ahead and use this. Or if you feel like you're starting to get a yeast infection, go ahead and use this like as soon as possible so that way you can just avoid the whole like the itching, the burning, the discomfort, all of that. So I took that and it wasn't working. Like I felt like it was working, but then it didn't. If you guys want me to do a separate review, like just specifically talking about this, leave your comments down below because I will be more than happy to do that because after I use this, like seriously, it like changed my life like completely. So this wasn't really working for me, so I went back to the store because I had remember seeing like a little like egg-shaped thing that has all of this in it, but it's a one-time use. Um, I was just kind of scared to use it because I didn't think my yeast infection was that bad. But when I went back to the store, the one that they have that's just a one insert for a one-time use has 1200 milligrams in it. 1200 or 1500? I think it's 1200. So that's like pretty much like I think more dosage than this one. Well, let me see. What's 100 and what's 100 times 7? So, yeah, it's double this. So, it'd be 2 packs of this just in one little insert or whatever. And it's not a cream. It's like a little egg-shaped thing and it comes with the sticks too. Um and you insert it. It's kind of awkward and it's annoying, but if it's gonna make you better, then you just use it. So I went back to the store and that one was a little more expensive. It was like $22. And I literally used it and like my yeast infection went away. Like you guys don't understand how happy I was when like I got better because we kind of take for granted little things like for example our vaginas. Like take care of yourself and make sure you always have protected sex. I know condoms kind of like I feel like nowadays condoms aren't really being used, but just make sure you're always being protected. Nobody really likes to like talk about like safe sex or sex in general because it's just a topic that we don't want to talk about, but it's something that people need to talk about and we need to be educated about it because AIDS and STDs are things that we shouldn't have to be dealing with, and it sucks because some people don't even know if they have an STD and you won't even know until you have it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am a strong believer in Monistat 7. I totally 100% recommend this to you guys if you guys ever have that problem. But yeah, also if you see, look, this is all the medication that I had from CVS and like all of this stuff, and it wasn't working. And what worked was like the over-the-counter medication. And also, if you guys are washing your vagina with regular soap, I wouldn't recommend to do that either. Make sure you just wash with water. But I mean, if you guys don't get yeast infections and you can wash with soap, so be it. Be my guest. But if you guys haven't seen this Summer's Eve soap, my mom was the one that had gotten me into this. Oh, and also I heard from doctors that it's not good to douche. I know a lot of people douche after they get their period and stuff. I've never done that, and hell no, I ain't fucking touching that because I'm already prone to yeast infections, and I am not trying to go through that again. It was just bad because you can't even have sex when you're on your yeast when you have that yeast infection or whatever. So, yeah, this one has like it's like a more gentle sort of wash, so your pH balance levels like won't like go off or whatever. So, yeah, that was my chisme for the week. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed these types of videos. I think I'm going to be doing more of these because nobody does these and I think you guys would probably appreciate it, I hope. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.